Hello again. I'm here for my Java RPG, of course. I guess this is technically status update number 4, but it's kind of in line with number 3. I'm working on doing something graphical a little bit instead of just all text-based command or console text output. So I've been working with Java applets and getting some text-based type stuff in there. Something with the window that refreshes, all the new information instead of having to scroll down through the console, which is stupid and bad. So I'm going to show you what I've done with that so far. Nothing too major, but definitely coming along nicely. So let's take a look. First, I'll show you the code a little bit, I guess. Luckily, naturally, I've done most of the major code, the functions, and all that stuff to handle all my data, all my character data, all my enemy data, all my battles, logic, everything like that. So I can copy and paste that into here. But what I have to add is what should be displayed in the applet during these types of scenarios. So I've had to add, and I added a thread. So it uses a thread. So there's kind of like a clock behind it, like I mentioned in my last update. It kind of uses the clock cycles to determine, what should be drawn or how often it should be redrawn, among other things. And in order to keep stuff straight like that, I have to have a couple extra variables here and there, and I need to do extra stuff with my state to make sure I'm drawing what I need to be drawing. I don't want to go into the major details about how Java works and how applets work and how you have to have certain paint functions and you gotta make calls to paint and redraw and update and stuff like that. But kind of getting around where it's my paint method, instead of calling the same stuff every time or changing it based on my date and putting my state and putting everything in this paint function, I'm kind of outsourcing it to all these other functions: draw intro, draw setup help, draw main. So doing that helps me out a little bit, helps me make it a little bit nicer and section my code off a little bit more, make change easier and things like that. And also, instead of using just console or input from the keyboard, basic input from the keyboard, like a standard input, instead of doing that, I'm doing an action listener, I guess it is. And it's listening for the keyboard keys down in particular. I could do key up or maybe key press, that might be one, I don't know, but key down works. So every time I hit a key, this function is called, it recognizes that event and it handles it however I want. And how I'm doing it is based on state, and it's based on the actual key I'm pressing. So, for example, key 1004 is actually the down key. No, the up key. Key 1005 is the down key. And, I'll have other keys later that do other stuff probably. But that's what I have so far. And here are all my draw methods, yada yada yada. And my draw methods also keep track of state and keep track of other variables that I need to make everything work properly. And then at the bottom I have all my functions from my regular code. Nothing too exciting. So let's see this thing in action. I showed you this last time. It's a little computer graphic. You got your monitor and your keyboard, and you've got your new game and your load game. Then you got this arrow. You push down on the D-pad. I don't know what it's called on the keyboard. Arrow keys, you hit the down arrow key, it goes to load. You hit the up arrow key, it goes to new. I'll show you new first. Hit enter, and you see the screen changes a little bit, and it says, "Welcome, Explorer, what is your name?" And you get to enter your name, just like you would in the old text-based, console-based version. And you see you got that little cursor blinking like it would in a normal program or Word or any other document editor. And I thought that was pretty nifty. It's a little ingenious. It's not just, oh, make it blink. You have to code that and program that, and my thread is actually helping me with that little animation. I'll show you in the code where I'm doing that. And you can type in your name. So, C A C H. You can do spaces. You can go backspace. You can change it, whatever you want. When you got what you want, you hit enter. And it shows you the same prompt that you got from the regular version. Welcome, Zach. Fantastic to meet you. I hope you like it. And seems you're traveling light. Here, take this gear. Good luck. Press enter to continue. Yeah, press enter, and that is when your adventure would begin. That's all I have programmed so far. But obviously, and it says good luck, Zach, so, proves I've done that stuff. But obviously, once you hit enter, that's when I'd show you your menu. You can move up, move down, move left, move right, check your inventory, check your moves, do all that kind of stuff that you saw in the previous version. Just haven't gotten that far quite yet. And also, now I can draw like a little map or, show you where you currently are, something like that. Haven't gotten that far in designing, but yeah. And I still have that little red thing right there. And for every button I click, it'll show you the key value for that button. So you can have fun mashing on the keyboard right now. Let me end this really quick, start it up again, and do a load game this time. And same thing, please select the file you want to load to, and you could move up and down through the files, Zach, Jared, or Awesome Man. And, you get the one you want, hit enter, and I just put the name there, Good Luck Jared, so I can prove to myself that it actually loaded up the game stats. So you have your stats there, you'll have your inventory, all that stuff. So that is what I have so far. As you can tell, much nicer than the console-based version. You don't have to scroll up and down to see what's going on. Everything is refreshed nicely on this one window here. I'm looking forward to finishing it and getting everything in place, and then working on the map design. Should be fun. So thanks for watching.